Alright, so in this video we will be taking our Google Form quiz and breaking it up into a multi-step formative practice. The one I'm using here was created for my language arts class as part of our study on the book Ghost by Jason Reynolds, but you can use any activity to do this. I recommend that you watch this video first so you can get an idea of the big picture and then go back and watch again, this time following along and adjusting your activity. The default for Google Forms is to put all of the questions on one page, in one long list of questions. It's actually pretty easy to break it up into multiple sections, with each section being a different page for students to view. This divider icon on the right is the easiest way to add in a section. See how the form has split, showing section 1 of 2 and section 2 of 2? If any of your questions got trapped into the wrong section, all you have to do is click and drag them into the right section. It's important to remember that you should title your sections. Your first section takes its name of whatever you called the form in this title box, and do remember that you can change this without changing the name of your file, which is shown up here. You want the last question in your section to be the conditional that will impact the next step students take. In an activity where students get some choice, I usually have students make a selection that will impact the task they do, like I have here. Students will do an in-depth character analysis, but only on one of the supporting characters. When we do standardized testing prep, students may be directed to skill-based instruction based on whatever answer choice they selected. If they were close but not quite on the right one, they need different supports than a student that got the question wildly wrong. Before you set up your conditional formatting, you'll want to have all of your sections set up. I'm going to switch to a different file where I have all of my sections for each character. See how right now if I preview the file, it will take me from one section to the next to the next. That's because we haven't set up any of the formatting to tell the form where to send students. To set up the conditional formatting, you need to use a multiple choice or a drop-down question. Click on the three dots to the right to open up the tools for that question. We're going to use the Go to Section Based on Answer tool. See how new drop-downs appear to the right here? This is the power of the formatting. If students select that they want to focus on the character Patina, then I want to tell the form to take the students to the page about Patina. If students choose to focus on Lou, then I want to tell the form to take the students to the page about Lou. This means that the form will skip the other sections, giving students just what they need. I always like to go through the form a few times in the preview view just to make sure that these things are linked properly. I can't tell you how many times I've caught a simple, easy mistake. It's always more stressful to discover these during your lesson. I'm going to make sure that I have a way for students who have finished to turn it in. The default is always continue to the next section. And sometimes that's what I want, especially if I'm making students complete an intervention before moving on. But in this situation, after students finish their analysis, they're done. So I'll change the continue to the next section to say submit form. Again, you probably want to run through the previews a couple of times to make sure you coded everything properly.